Hello everyone, I am Paul with many voices and welcome back to more Prison Architect, my Swansong Slimer, the final prison in this game. Rats are cute, yes. And as soon as I have some cash, I'm gonna take care of that. However, as you can see, now I have the ability to call in air support, so to say. Air firefighters, but look at the price, 2,000 compared to regular firefighters of 100. That is 20 times as much. The riot guard, or riot police, will cost me 100. But the elite corps, elite ops, will cost me 30 times as much. As for the rest, I do believe it is just double. So the paramedics 100 compared to 1,000. The pest control 250 compared to 2,500. The repairman 300 compared to 3,000. And the plumber 1,000 compared to 100. And you just get the same amount of people brought in. So there is really... Actually, even worse. The riot guard will bring in 6 riot guards, and the elite ops team will only have 4, and the rest I think are the same. Yeah. So, although I have to admit, at this moment I don't know whether or not the elite ops team is only airborne, but it is way more expensive. Then again, they are probably armed with guns and will start blasting, so I'm pretty sure there's a good reason why they are more expensive. So yeah, I also have been thinking that somehow, for some silly reason, I want to have a boat dock, but I'm not quite sure exactly on what I would want to do with it. I mean, I'm already bringing in prisoners through the helipad. I'm gonna get exports and garbage through the helipad. What else could we do anyway? Let's see, transports. So... I could just say food and mail and workshop materials. So that construction materials are the only things that are coming in through the road. I could say inbound civilians, but that would negate quite a lot. They would have to go a long way around in order to get where they're supposed to be. While in the normal circumstances, I don't want them to be behind, basically, this line. So that also doesn't make any sense. What else do we have? Prisoners. I could say death row prisoners and criminally insane, but I don't want to. I don't want to do prisoners because they are for here and here only. And I guess that it would be just food, mail, and workshop materials. And eventually, once this prison is done, I could remove the food. So that at least we'll have some traffic coming in. And then have that for the rest. So that is a future me kind of thing. And I will be indeed working with landscaping. And just saying water, this is water large, so that wouldn't work. I would just say water, like here, 6 or 4, like so, or 6, basically just 6. That would be here, up to probably just here, and then like lay out the rest with dock, or just have it 4 and then the rest around the dock. The dock floor, I mean. This one, no, not this one. Well, we're here at the dock wooden. Because I kind of want to use that as well, but like I said, it's up in the air still. I may decide against it entirely. But then again, it would be kind of cool. And in that regard, this still doesn't make sense in planning. This should therefore be here. And then a double door here instead. And then this. Like that. So now that is proper. But yeah, that is a possible future me problem, or not a problem at all. Either way, sadly, last time we discovered that our prisoner, who was doing general education and was about to succeed, probably got paroled. And so he's gone. The only other guy doing it failed and is bound to get paroled today as well. So sadly, for at least a long while, we won't have done the Reform Through Education Initiative grants. However, I did put in the helipad at last, and we did execute another prisoner at last. And beyond that, I don't think much of anything has happened. So it's just a matter of waiting for a bit of funds to get rid of the rats. And all these people are getting rejected. And soon this will be the only way out because, well, we made that so. Well, not soon. I mean, I could technically just wait until I have $113,000 and just purchase this plot of land just to wall it up and be done with that, but I don't want to do that. I want to properly finish this off first before I do anything else. Speaking of doing anything else, let us dismantle this old forestry that I no longer need, and let us designate this area as forestry, given that I can find it. Here it is. It's going to be slightly bigger, but at least it's going to produce some trees. The walls have been assigned at least, so I know that for a fact. Yeah. And the workmen are still working on basically this building. So I have the money for that, so let us get the 2 rats in. But I do think you need to have the... let me show that in here. Inbound deliveries active, or perhaps the inbound civilians active. We could test it, but I'm not going to at this moment. In order for the airbound, the airdropped pest control and airdropped other stuff to be dropped in. Otherwise, you're not gonna get it. So I currently don't have the money for this, but even if I did, I couldn't summon them right now. Take my word for it. But I am definitely happy that now that I know how the gang welfare grant works, that I actually see some progression in that, so yay. I'll just sell that. And I could technically just sell all the wood, because, you know, we're not gonna get that. You know what? I think I'm just going to accept all the wood that is on the tables already. I'm gonna sell all the wood. Sell. So all of the license plates there. All of this. All of this. And all of this. And that too. And the same, I'm going to go over to this workshop. Sell that. I'll leave this in case we have somebody to pass carpentry apprenticeship and be able to make beds over here. I'll leave that piece of wood over there. Perfect. So yeah. Just making sure that I am recording. The staff morale is high enough. Do note that we have 18 staff died at work on duty. This means that only 2 more have to die before my staff are going to complain about their wages being too low. Meaning that I would have to give them a 10% pay increase in order to satisfy them. So let's hope we don't have any more staff murders, but I am afraid that especially later down the line, once we are getting into the maximum, and definitely the super maximum, that we're gonna have a lot of problems. Now while we wait, let's take a look at transfers. 10 days, 5 days, 3 days. I think I already set this. No. So, we'll do it like this. Lieutenant at all. So, what does this screen mean for us? At the moment, absolutely nothing, because we only allow minimum security prisoners, despite all of the reputations that they have. It matters not to us. However, should I eventually get Supermax, now that since I've turned on prisoner transfer, what I intend on doing, just like with the All DLC Archipelago, is make the quality of life for Supermax absolutely abysmal. And in comparison to them, maximum security is going to be Earth. Then medium security is gonna be Paradise, and minimum security with the highest quality of everything and everything available is gonna be Heaven. And Death Row, of course, that's Hell. And in terms of protective custody and criminally insane, we just don't care. Either way, I want my prisoners to reform, and I want to promote reform. So, once I have Supermax prisoners, and there's only 2 ways that I will allow prisoners to become Supermax, namely murder and escape. Once I have that, I want them to behave well enough to want to transfer to maximum security, so that they will have more amenities, more reform programs, better quality of life, better quality cells, etc. So I want them to do their best for this. The only exception is gang leaders. They are not allowed to ever leave Supermax. Then, Despite the fact that I have everything set to 10 days, so you're not allowed to make staff assaults, you're not allowed to murder anyone, you're not allowed to escape, you're not allowed any dangerous contraband. Your estimated chance of reoffending should be 30%. And you need to have one program passed. I'm still gonna do like drug treatments, alcoholics treatments, and behavioral therapy. I might do faith program because of the gang reform. I might instead do just some whatchamacallit, spiritual guidance, because that's also a program you can pass. And if they passed a program, 2 programs, or they have ticked off 5 out of the 7 criteria, then they're eligible to go to this. Now, I don't know how it actually works, because if they meet this is 10 days and this is 5 days. In my head, it should work that the moment that they are in, that they come from Supermax into normal maximum security, their counter resets and they have to start over by behaving well, because they have to do one more program, they have to meet one more criteria, and they still need to behave for 5 days in order to be eligible to go to medium security. But I'm not quite sure it works that way in game. So that is the thing that ultimately we're gonna have to figure out. Then, yes, I'm gonna be very strict for those that are eligible for minimum security ultimately. As long as they have 20% reoffending rate, they have passed 4 programs, because medium security is gonna have every program except for carpentry apprenticeship and general education. So they will have access to all other programs, so I'm gonna make that a 5, sure. Make this a 4. Because maximum security is gonna have access to other programs as well, so don't worry. We'll make it 6. Screw it. Then they're eligible to go into minimum security. So they will have a lot harder of a time to get there, because they need to require or meet all of the requirements, including the 20% reoffending chance, including the 6 programs passed. So that's going to make it harder for them to do. So only the absolute best of the best prisoners, best behaved prisoners, will be allowed to go into minimum security. And I can hear you think, but Paul, protective custody inmates might also try to escape. Protective custody inmates might also murder. That's right. If they do, and I have Supermax, they're doomed. Those protective custody inmates that have tried to escape, that have murdered, they are doomed. Because they too will be sent over to Supermax. And most likely they're gonna die. I certainly hope so, because that's what they deserve. But either way, the important thing about this is that once they have murdered or tried to escape and they are in maximum security, I'm no longer going to care about them. And that could mean very well that they do end up in protected or in minimum security again, if they manage to keep their heads low. But I'm not counting on that. Anyway, in the meantime, now that that has been explained, they're still working on this. That is definitely a heat spell, so stay indoors. Did I add drinking fountains? Yes, I did. The rats are gone. So I can dismiss those two. And we're gonna receive our helicopter with protective inmates or minimum security prisoners in just a moment. And in the meantime, this prison has been losing money quite a bit. And I don't care. But what I do care about is barbed wire. Yes, I am going to be placing barbed wire on these two areas as well. Because every bit of perimeter wall is going to have barbed wire, ultimately. And I'm just too short. So here they come. Volatile supplier, ex-gang member, and... that has to be a gang leader. That is a gang leader. I don't want gang leaders right now. I am not equipped to handle gang leaders right now. So, I will have to be sending him away. The only downside is that since the reception is over here and the deliveries of prisoners is over here, my guards are gonna have to walk quite far in order to get them. It's a risk I was willing to take. Shaggy! Oh, Mr. Lover. Oh yeah, Mr. Lover, yeah. Sehr good, yeah. So yeah, I will be taking the hit and sending away our legendary prisoner. And once processed, I will be bringing the ex-gang member into protective custody. And they are currently nowhere to be found. Oh, they... Why are you being processed here? That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Oh well, I guess that's just how it works. They are processed here and then brought over here. So rather than just like taking them through 1, 2, 3 extra doors, you're going over the wall, over the road, going through the door and through this door, and then only to bring them back in here. No, that makes no sense. Either way, never mind that. So I'm currently just in the process of waiting until this weather goes away, which will be in just half an hour. And hopefully I'll get a bit of a reward for doing that. Now, there is also a thing... Ooh, close to a... Wait, what? Death. Yeah, well, don't care. As long as it's not a staff death, which it seems is not. As yes, I do know that I still have to hire one more dog handler. At this stage, I don't care. But there was another thing I wanted to check out. Reform, release prisoner, reformation, no. Dunnington, you're still there. Programs. Let's see the staff programs anyway. Yeah, I have a lot of staff that requires training, but we're not going to give that to them because I don't want that. Let's see. Ooh, green energy goal number 6 is 80% done. Something that I haven't looked at in quite a while, indeed. Policy, ingredients. I'm not going to mess with that because I don't know which side represents which. Fresh ingredients compared to imported ingredients. Don't care. Regime doesn't need it. Needs don't need it. Jobs don't care. Intake. Transfers we've looked at. Prisoners. Sentence adjustments. I think I already messed with this. Oh yeah, the maximum you can get versus the minimum, sure. Doesn't matter. I've already looked at that, so no need to look at that again. Okay, the heat spell is over, so my prisoners can get back to work. They are pissed off beyond belief. Because I did say, like, stay indoors, you know, keep safe. Okay. We're about to lose control of this area. And we've regained control of this area. Ooh. 19 staff died on duty, so that is another armed guard. One more, and I'm in trouble. I could have just ignored it, but I chose not to because I'm nice like that. Wait, where's the piece of wood that's over here? Oh, it's over there now. Wait. Hold on. Programs. 7 have passed. And Pritchard. You're almost done anyway. So thank you for your service. Thank you for producing license plates and helping me, if necessary, tick over the 10 of Foundation Education. But beyond that, you're completely useless to me. Okay. And because I set the order to stay indoors, my workmen didn't continue on this. But the trees have been planted. So that's a good thing. In the meantime, 2.5 days and then I can do this again. And yes, we have lost a lot of daily cash flow in the finance due to the days without incident. No, that's not correct. This is not correct. Reoffending fines 5,000. So yeah, that is partially why. Ooh, what's this? Probably not a tunnel. I'm gonna say it's not a tunnel. I'm not gonna be worried about that. So finally my staff can work on this again. With the brick building. This is already brick. You can see a slight change in tint here. As originally this was to be open. I could still do that though. Because who says that this has to be here? And not here. Who says this needs to be here? By 5. Could have done it like this though. That is kind of cute, but I'll leave it be. I'll leave it be. No, one further. There. I'll leave that be. I could even add a second one. But I won't. No, I'm gonna wait until this is done. And then we'll see what happens. Ooh, wait, there was intelligence informants. You. Protective. Thank you very much. And I said I was gonna take the hit, so I will. Where is our gang leader? Security menu. Durham. Not Durham. Knight. No. Whiteman. Was it Whiteman? No. Dennington. I'm having you removed. Maybe you're only now being escorted back to your cell, but you're definitely this guy. Next gang member and a snitch. So as you can see, the orderlies will pick up the criminally insane inmates from the deliveries. And the regular guards will pick up the regular ones. Okay. Morning, Jackson Hamby. Okay. What happened to the door here? Why is there no door here? I'm using blue staff doors for this one, aren't I? Yes. Also, what happened to the door there? What the heck? Don't tell me I never put them in. Well, certainly I did. Weird. Yes, I'm putting the barbed wire in here, and I'm finishing off the barbed wire. There. Just so that this area at least is barbed wired up. And that requires far too much. That area is barbed wired up, and this still has quite a lot of barbed wiring to do. Especially with that, yeah. Well, once it's done, it's gonna be pretty darn secure. Seriously low on cash, you don't say. You don't say, it's already 36 minutes. Well, I highly doubt that I can keep this going on for much longer with me being able to do anything, so... Alpine has failed another process. So at least we have another execution to look forward to in the next 4 days. Hopefully. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end it off over here. I am Paul with many voices. I thank you all for watching. And I am going to be seeing you all... Oh wait, I can sell this. Next time. As I'm looking at what else I have here. That's a road gate, and that is a road barrier. Yeah. Okay. See you later.